Hey guys, welcome to NIJ Changemakers. This is Priyanka Deo, and we are here today with triathlete Neil De Silva. Neil, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Awesome. So happy that you could join us.
Yeah.
And you have a very interesting and really inspiring story.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really glad that we got you at this time because it's like in and around the time that people are working on their New Year resolutions and, planning to change for the better. So the first question that I have for you is now, you were not always a triathlete. You've come from a very difficult and challenging background. Drug addiction. Would you like to, what got you into drugs?
I think early teenage, I met the wrong set of friends, probably who were a few years older than me.
How old were you at that time?
I think I was about 15.
Okay.
Just got into after my junior college, got into my university, and I used to smoke cigarettes. I mean, that was okay with my colleagues, but then getting into the wrong set of friends, they were doing more things than just smoking cigarettes. So that curious mind, okay, I can try something more. And
so what types of things, if you don't mind me asking, what types of things did they make you do?
I wouldn't put it, they made me do it.
You tried it.
Yeah, it was my conscious decision. I want to do it. I don't want to, pinpoint the blame on someone else. Obviously, I wanted to experiment. So started out with smoking soft drugs like marijuana and hash. And then eventually getting on to hard drugs like coke and meth and party drugs like LSD and MDMA and basically,
experimentation is a very normal thing. A lot of people do it.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
Just for this, just to try it. It's a very natural thing. You shouldn't do it, but a lot of people do.
Do it, yeah.
And at a young age, and that, teenage years are very formative years. What started the addiction?
I mean, in the last 3 years that I've been sober, I kind of think more than being physically addicted to drugs, I was kind of addicted to the lifestyle that revolved around doing this party drugs.
What was the lifestyle?
I used to like this music, psytrance music. So the whole rave culture.
Never heard of it. Okay, rave culture.
Rave culture, yeah.
Okay.
Attending parties, meeting people who are happy
Raving.
and raving, going to parties in Goa. So I wouldn't say I was not at all 0% addiction to drugs. I mean, there was a level, but I think the addiction to the lifestyle was more.
Okay.
But I think eventually my folks found out about I was using, and then they sent me to a rehab. I was clean for a bit.
Yeah. How old were you then when this happened?
I think I hit rehab when I was, this was 2012, so I was 19.
Okay.
I was clean for a year. Then another couple of years I relapsed and did a few more drugs. But then in the second part, the parents never understood because I was smart enough to, be a little normal and not sure that I'm fully into it or whatever.
Right.
So they never noticed it in the second phase.
And these were not soft drugs. These were
hard drugs, but then in the second phase, I was not really doing it all the time. I was I had a decent balance of. I used to work. I had a job, and I used to party on the weekends and do drugs over the weekends, and it was a decent balance.
Okay.
But then I think end of 2014, just start of 2015. I started going to the gym, and let me lose some weight. I used to be around 90 kilos back then. Started doing more cardio.
Okay.
So the cardio room, started running on the treadmill, and I kind of liked running. So I started running outdoors. My mom noticed that I'm taking interest in running, so she asked me to speak to a family friend who was into running half marathons and running Mumbai Marathon.
Right.
Connected with him, started going for outdoor runs more often. Then I realized, I had gone for a party in Blue Frog, and after that party, there was an after party, and all of my friends were obviously on a lot of things. So that night, I was this is, I think, again, getting a little out of hand, and I was just kind of contemplating on, drugged mind, you can say, that I think I can take a break, and I started running. I think it'll kind of help my running if I don't do the drugs. So it was just like
so
an
the running
overnight
actually
decision.
kind of,
Yeah.
it was an overnight decision.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I remember
That's
the date,
interesting.
6th March. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it for a while for sure.
Okay.
I stopped doing drugs and
So
I
you
mean,
stopped cold, like
yeah,
stopped
I mean
all drugs
just
cold.
overnight.
Okay.
It was like a decision that I don't want to do it anymore. So and yeah, that was it. So the let me stop for a bit went on to, oh, I'm running really well. I think I'm better off without doing them.
Okay.
Because my friend circle changed. I started running in National Park in Borivali.
Okay.
I met a group of friends who were like not my age, older people. So it was fun running with them, kind of, having the social circle, which was not
So your
into.
lifestyle changed.
Completely,
basically.
yeah. The friend circle changed, the lifestyle changed. And yeah, I mean, I've never looked back from that day, I think.
Let's talk about what you have achieved. Now,
Okay.
you've gone to Triathlete. So what
Correct.
sports does that involve for our audience that may not know?
So triathlon basically consists of 3 disciplines, that's swim, bike and run.
Okay.
So the distance in the sport that I do is the Ironman 70.3 distance.
No
So
idea what
it's
that is.
okay. I'll explain it in detail. So
Okay.
it's distance in terms of miles.
Okay.
So in kilometers, it's 1.9 kilometers swim,
Yep.
90 kilometers cycling,
Okay.
and 21 running.
90 kilometers of
Cycling. And you have to do this back to back. Okay.
Okay.
Even the transition time is counted in your race.
Can you choose which one to do
No,
first?
it's swim, bike, and run.
So you have to do it
You
in that
swim.
order.
The 4 races that I've done abroad, the first one was an ocean swim. That was in China.
Okay.
I did this in 2016.
Okay.
In that race, I qualified for the World Championship.
Okay.
I went to
Now,
US.
what were the official names of these races?
Okay, so Ironman 73 Point Xiamen.
Okay.
So that's the area in China that
All right.
the race was held.
So you swam in the ocean.
Ocean, yeah.
Okay.
In that race, I finished in the time of, the total time was 5 hours, 50 minutes. And in that race, I got a slot for the World Championship.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
in 2017, I represented India at the World Champs in US.
Okay.
That race was in Chattanooga. Same distance.
In Tennessee, right?
In Tennessee.
Okay.
Tennessee River. The swim was a river swim, Tennessee
Okay.
River. I finished that race in 5 hours, 46 minutes. So
Oh,
about
wow.
a 4 minutes improvement.
Yeah.
But then given a comparison, the Tennessee course was a way lot more difficult than what I did it in China.
Because of different terrain or
Yeah.
different climate?
Climate was about same, pleasant climate. But then, yeah, in terms of the course, the bike course was a lot of elevation gain. So
Okay.
hills to climb.
That's
so
tough.
Yeah, that's tough. And
lot
on the
tougher.
run also, it was like a hilly course to run on. So the third race was in Sri Lanka. That
Okay.
was in February of 2018.
Okay.
Very difficult race in terms of climate. It was like racing in an oven because it was so hot, humid and hot. Like,
Yep.
but I still improvement of about 30 minutes. I finished that race in 5 hours 15 minutes.
Oh, wow. That's
So-
a big improvement.
So September 2017 was the World Champs.
Yeah.
And February 2018 was the Sri Lanka race. So I think about 6 months apart.
Okay.
And the most recent
big
one,
improvement
yeah, and the
in
most
very
recent
little
one
time.
was in Turkey,
Okay.
28th of October, and that time was 4 hours and 39 minutes.
Oh, wow. So you're.
So the
I want to meet you when you can finish this entire thing in 30 minutes. Flat. Now, NIJ not too long ago, as I told you a little bit
Correct.
before the interview, we were talking a little bit, we spoke to a lot of the athletes that
Okay.
had performed, and they were all medal winners that we
Okay.
spoke to. And the one thing that they said was, yes, we do have a long way to go.
Correct.
There are a lot of things that could be done in this situation, but at the same time, things are improving for athletes
Correct.
in this country.
Okay.
So do you
Yeah.
feel that the situation is improving over the past few years?
Definitely, we are progressing, though the progress is slow, but yeah, we are progressing in the right direction. Now we have a sports minister who's an Olympian himself, so
Yeah, he understands.
he is setting things right
Yep.
at his level. Any progress is progress, be
Right.
it slow or fast.
What makes
so-
you say that we are progressing?
I
makes you say
think performances in the last few Asian Games and medals in the Commonwealth Games,
Yep.
they have increased substantially.
Yeah.
So that's like the ultimate, like that's where you can say, okay, we are progressing
Results.
because results is what speak at the end of the day. I
Yeah.
mean, there can be like fast progress, but no medals, then what's the use? So
Yeah.
if we are getting medals, I would say, yeah, we are progressing.
Okay.
And yeah, that's one thing for sure.
The Times of India article
Okay.
that you were featured on. one sentence struck me, which is really actually an inspirational thing, that you have a following on your social media.
Okay.
And you are really, social media or not, you are an inspiration to a lot of people now. How do you feel about that?
I mean, the sole purpose of putting the story out in the open was to give people who kind of are facing the same or similar problem a hope that, I mean, it's not the end of it. Okay, because
and it's not difficult sharing these things. I mean, I just asked you, what kind of drugs do you do? It's not difficult. I mean, it's very difficult to answer.
I'll tell you one more thing. Honestly speaking, so my spiritual guru is Father Joe Pereira, who is the founder, trustee of the Kripa Foundation, the rehab that I was in, and he's like a very close family friend from before. Okay. So he only taught me one thing. Neil, what you've been through is a part of your identity now. If you try to run away from it, it's going to haunt you.
Yeah.
If you try to accept it and that you've overcome that problem, I mean, you've achieved a lot more than others, you know, who haven't, you know, done anything.
In their lifetime.
Yeah. So it's like you accept that as your identity. That keeps you kind of aware and grounded that, okay, at one point in time in life, I had a problem, you know. Yeah. And I shouldn't forget that. I shouldn't be like, oh, there was no problem ever. You know, that feeling is kind of, the article headline read like ex-drug addict, you know. It's not really a positive
start
image or a thing. But right. I mean, I was okay with it because the whole thing is, you know, to give hope, to give a sense of, like, you know, like a positive ray of, okay, something good can come out of such a dark thing.
Fantastic things, not even something good. A lot of good things came out for you.
So yeah, of course, definitely. I mean, I started the sport and look where I am now. So people need to understand that, deal with the problem in a better way.
And how old are you now?
I'm just 25.
You're 25, so you're going to do great things in the future.
This is just the start of my career and just the start. Yeah.
And it just seems like overnight you make up your mind and then there's no stopping you. It's like a race.
So yeah, one message to people who face this problem, just checking yourself in a rehab is not going to help. You need to find your reason for not doing the drug anymore.
Right.
You know, you need to find that reason, and that reason cannot be, oh, my parents aren't happy, so I'm not going to do it. You need to find the reason for yourself, like within.
Yeah.
What drives you or why you don't want to do it. Not
and that's helped you maintain your focus.
Exactly. Great. So I mean, I have hung out with friends who have done drugs around me. I mean, okay, no problem. It's not like, oh man, I'm like tempted
now
to
you're
do
completely, even on the weekends, you're completely...
Oh, weekends are harder training, you know. I put about 18 to 20 hours of training per week, and a lot, the major training is done over the weekend. Okay. You know, the long rides, the long run, a couple of hours of run, 1 hour of swim on Saturday, 4 hours of ride, and maybe a 30-minute run in the evening on a Sunday. So about 7-8 hours of workout just on Saturday, Sunday.
So you're completely clean now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now I am going to challenge you.
Okay.
I'm a little scared with all your achievements now.
You're going to do the challenge with me, is it?
I'm gonna try to do the challenge. We'll do a push-up challenge right now. So we are here. I have challenged, and I think I'm regretting my decision because he's so ready to go. This is a push-up challenge.
Push-up, okay.
All right. Yeah. So how many push-ups do you do in your training every day?
So I don't have to do push-ups every day. So when I do my strength training about twice a week, maybe 2 sets of 30 push-ups each.
2 sets.
Because I am not into strength, so.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna do like the modified form of a push-up.
Okay.
Just as a handicap, because then I can win.
The beginner form.
The beginner form of a push-up. All right. Push-up challenge, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Let's go. Come on.
Go. Are you tired yet?
Not yet.
I think I see some shaking in those arms.
That's the holiday weight that I have put on.
In your arms? I doubt it.
No, not in my arms, generally.
I think I'm going to win.
Yeah.
I think you start.
I always give it to the ladies, you know. You
have
to be seated.
You can't let me win. No, that's just something you say when you lose.
Okay. Want to do more?
I'm ready to do more.
Really?
Triathlete right here. It's shaking more, by the way.
Hey, come on. That's okay as long as I'm going down and coming up.
Okay, I think I won.
Okay.
I think I won, right? Round of
Finishing second is not too bad. Finishing second is not too bad.
Okay, what else? What else do you do?
We can plank.
Plank.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I give up.
Thank God.
So now it's 1-1. I won the push-up challenge.
Yeah.
You kind of sort of won the plank challenge. So 1-1 to break the tie, we are going to do high knees, right?
High knees, yeah.
Okay, and what is high knees good for?
It's
For
basically
beginners.
an activation exercise for running.
For running.
Yeah.
Oh God, and I'm going against a runner. Okay, so let's do this. We will do first to reach 50 for high knees. Good? Ah, small margin. I got distracted a little bit. All right. But thank you so much, Neil, for being a good sport. And I guess he won. I guess he won. So I'll give you an NIJ medal.
Yay!
Congratulations.
One more added.
Thanks for watching NIJ Changemakers. This is Priyanka Deo with Neil De Silva. Ooh,
Give her some water.
I'm like out of breath. Signing off. Happy New Year to all of you guys.
Happy New Year. Bye-bye.
Bye.